Psychological manipulation is a subtle yet powerful form of control that manipulators use to influence others' thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. The danger lies in the fact that many people do not realize they are being manipulated until psychological damage has already occurred. These tactics can appear in personal relationships, workplaces, or social settings, and recognizing them is the first step in protecting yourself. Below are 7 common but difficult to detect tactics that you may have encountered without even realizing it. 1. Gaslighting, making you doubt yourself. Gaslighting is a manipulation tactic that gradually makes the victim lose confidence in their memory, perception, and emotions. The manipulator may distort facts, deny events, or alter your recollections. For example, if you remember that someone promised something, but they insist that you are imagining or remembering incorrectly, that is gaslighting. When subjected to this tactic, you may feel confused, lose self-trust, and become increasingly dependent on the manipulator to define reality. 2. Guilt tripping, making you feel guilty to control you. This tactic exploits guilt to pressure you into complying with the manipulator's wishes. They may say things like, "I've helped you so many times and you won't even do this one thing for me," or "If you really cared, you wouldn't do that." These statements create emotional pressure, making you feel like a bad person if you don't comply. This form of manipulation often occurs in romantic relationships, family dynamics, or the workplace. 3. Love bombing, overwhelming affection to gain control. Love bombing occurs when someone showers you with excessive affection early on. Constant gifts, exaggerated compliments, persistent messages or calls, making you feel special and quickly attached to them. However, once they feel they have control over you, they may suddenly change their behavior, becoming cold, controlling, or even abusive. This is a common tactic in toxic relationships, making victims emotionally dependent on the manipulator. 4. Triangulation, bringing a third party into the dynamic. Triangulation happens when a manipulator introduces a third party to create conflict, cause division, or increase pressure on you. For example, in a relationship, someone might say, "My ex never complained like you do." In the workplace, a boss might say, "Your colleagues don't seem to have any issues with this request." This tactic makes you feel compared, insecure, and eager to change to gain the manipulator's approval. 5. Silent treatment, withholding communication as punishment. This tactic involves ignoring someone or cutting off communication as a form of punishment or emotional control. When someone refuses to speak to you without giving a clear reason, they make you feel anxious, insecure, and willing to do anything to regain their attention or forgiveness. This is a common manipulation tactic in personal relationships and can make victims feel isolated, confused, and lacking self-worth. 6th, projection, shifting blame and negative traits onto. Projection occurs when someone blames you for the very things they are doing themselves. For example, a person who is being unfaithful may constantly accuse you of cheating, or a dishonest person may suspect you of lying. They do this to divert attention away from themselves and make you waste time and energy defending yourself rather than recognizing their real behavior. 7. Fear-based control, manipulating you through fear. This manipulation tactic relies on instilling fear to control your actions. The manipulator may threaten consequences if you don't comply, such as ending the relationship, resorting to violence, or making you fear losing something valuable. For instance, in the workplace, a boss might say, "If you don't work overtime, we might have to reconsider your position." This tactic creates an atmosphere of anxiety and stress, where you constantly feel compelled to follow orders to avoid negative consequences. These psychological manipulation tactics can severely impact your mental and emotional well-being if you are unaware of them. Recognizing and understanding how they work is the first step to protecting yourself. When you notice someone trying to manipulate you, set clear boundaries, stand your ground, and refuse to let your emotions be controlled. Most importantly, seek support from trusted individuals if you feel trapped in a manipulative situation. Knowledge is power, and the more you understand these tactics, the better you can safeguard yourself from subtle yet dangerous manipulative behaviours in life.